the grand final of the North West Christian Mountain Football League, and we see the two combatants of the last 3 years, actually including this year, Brooklyn Tigers up against Boat Harbour, and should be a great clash. Brooklyn Tigers have won the last two meetings, 98, 99, but today Boat Harbour will be hoping to reverse that. Brooklyn will be hoping for their 6th straight premiership. Who are you tipping today, Dale?
Well, I think the Tigers might have a bit too much experience, Bevan, and I think they've got too many good players in too many positions for the Boat Harbour boys.
So I'm Bevan French and Dale Highland is on camera today. If you listen to the national anthem.
Recording it.
Okay, so just before the commencement of the grand final for 2000, we see the central umpires out in the middle, and the Brooklyn Tigers players break up from the huddle, and Boat Harbour still in the huddle, as you see, around their coach Gavin Field. Andrew McCone back with his bench, interchange bench, awaiting the start of the match. And so the Boat Harbour boys have broken up now, which we see Ben Armstrong, the key player forward, who's moving down to the half-forward line. Now, interesting to know, see there a Boat Harbour player wearing an old Boat Harbour Blues jumper, and so yeah, that's just a touch of history there, a bit of reminiscence there, Dale. Just before we start, I'd like to welcome Mark Russell here as well, a player with Central Coast this year. Mark, who are you tipping?
I think Bevan in a close one. I think the Tigers will win it. I hope for the best, and above all, the better team wins on the day.
There's a Mark going for Brooklyn. I'm going for Boat Harbour. I think they finished on top of the ladder for a reason. I think they'll just have an edge today, especially in these conditions. And Dale, you went for, who'd you go for?
Tigers in the tight one, Bev.
Tigers in the tight one.
I think the Armstrong's playing, Don and Sam, that will have a big bearing on the match.
Okay, so as I said, the TFL umpires here today officiating, so there'll be no excuses from anyone today because the umpiring should be of a high standard. So we just wait the final, the start of the game. Should be one of the best grand finals that the league's witnessed, I think, Dale. So wait the bounce of the ball. So first kick out of the middle goes to Brooklyn. The big play, this Charlie gets the ball now for the rebound. He kicks it long. Brooklyn first into attack. Almost marked there by Boat Harbour, but no, it's not taken. Give it, the crumbs are there. Someone held on to it for Boat Harbour. Kick clear towards the boundary line, and looks as though it's over and out of bounds, or is it a free kick? No, it's a free kick given to Brooklyn. No, it's a throw-in. Looked like the signal had been for a free kick. No, he has given it a free kick.
Couldn't see one there, Bev. What was that for, Ben?
Slight push in the back towards the boundary line there, but number 22 for Brooklyn. Can't pick up who that is. He's kicked it behind though. Only one minor score there as umpire Terry Thorpe puts up one finger. We'll pick up that player later on. It's Dara Balmer. It is Balmer for Brooklyn. As the ball's kicked out from full back by Boat Harbour, and it's marked on the half-back line. They've played on. Darren Rawlings gets round on his right foot and kicks long. Handball in the middle there by the Brooklyn ruckman. Tim Gibbs, the human tank, gets the ball. He's held on for a long time. Eventually gets rid of it. Boat Harbour kick it off the ground. They go forward. Brooklyn get the ball touched off the boot. No one's getting the ball there clearly at the moment. Someone's leg tackled them. No, there's play on. Boat Harbour playing good team footy at the moment at the far side wing. Kick there to Johns. Johns' ball is smothered. Brooks there for Brooklyn, gets the ball out there wide to, looks like Normie Cowan out there, number 25. And the ball's still in. Maguire gets the ball, he kicks it long. Rebounded off that duel there. Tim Gibbs, he's got the ball there, around in the wing position. No, it's not, it's the other player over for Brooklyn, he kicks it long and it's Eastley. Takes the mark. Fresh off a 7-goal haul last week. Kicks the ball long. Bounce the ball, eludes players until Boat Harbour get the ball. Handball on the edge of the square. A good chain of handballs to Boat Harbour. They kick it long. No one getting the ball there. Brooklyn and Boat Harbour, they battle for the ball. Herbie, he gets the ball, number 19 for Boat Harbour. He's running to open goal. This should be a score. What is it going to be? It's the first score of the match. Second score. First score for Boat Harbour. 1 point. That was Brett Owen who kicked that behind. So Normie was behind. Customary long kick, yes, out there, and he's looking for his teammate, but cutting in is Johns. Yeah, great mark. He played well last year's grand final. But the ball is smothered this time. Hubbard from the half-back line. Can't get the ball cleanly. Again, it's fairly scrambly out there on that half-back line for Brooklyn. Ball's kicked forward though by Boat Harbour. Ben Armstrong, the danger player for them. Can't get the ball. Intercepted by Brooklyn. Tim Gibbs. Handballs out to Hubbard. Ball smothered again. Good work by Boat Harbour. Kick long to the full forward line, and Normie Cowan takes the mark. Solid in defence.
Yours, Elliot!
Number 8 for Boat Harbour takes the mark. He plays on, kicks long. We'll pick up that player, but it's not a goal. It's a rush through for one behind. So another score to Boat Harbour. That was Bruce Stanley. Second score to Boat Harbour.
No, as expected, Bev. They're trying to concentrate on the game and...
Run, roll! Work, roll, back there!
Normie Cowan takes a kick out again. He's had 2 kicks already. Take 3. Marked by the big ruckman, Richardson. He kicks the ball long around the wing. Good play. Rawlings takes a great mark. Right on the near side wing here. In front of Paul Maguire. So Darren Rawlings. Having a look for a player leading up the field. Can't find one. Now he kicks long. Centre half forward. He's given it up straight to Richardson. His opposition ruckman. For Brooklyn Tigers. He takes a great mark. A saving mark at centre half back. Kicks long, up to the wing. Beasley coming from behind. Couldn't mark. Ball's on the ground. No one can get a clear kick in here. It's off the ground there. Paul Maguire ends up with the ball. He's a great on baller for them today. They'll be hoping for big things. It's kicked long by Brooklyn, but marked in defence by reliable Rod Hodgetts. So he's played on now. He's called play on. He's kicked wide, sideways out there to Rawlings once again. And he's playing on after taking the mark. Rawlings for Boat Harbour. Kicks long to centre half forward. Ollington. Ben Armstrong can't take the mark. Cuts in front. Ollington again. Crumbing the ball. It's knocked out of bounds though. And the umpire, central umpire calls, throw it in, fellas. So the ball's thrown in. Half forward line for Brooklyn Tigers. Kick clear, not 10 yards, umpire's called. Oh, chance here for Boat Harbour, number 8 again, Stanley. Can he nail it this time? It's the first goal of the grand final of 2000. The Boat Harbour's Bruce Stanley. As the scoreboard says, one goal. Says the scores show it's 1-2, 8 points for Boat Harbour. They lead the visitors for Brooklyn Tigers, 1 point. Rawlings in the middle, acting as a rucker over there. Didn't get the central tap, but it's forced out towards congested play off the ground by Maguire. Maguire to centre half forward, and that's Elliot Rogers. Trying to look for a player, eventually kicks the ball long. In front position, but no, Brooklyn. Brooklyn over the top, had to sit, and that's Mark Good, number 40. Takes a great mark in fine, beautiful conditions here.
Been fairly consistent this year, Mark Good, Bevan.
His king for goal is a bit of a worry. I wouldn't put this one down yet.
Yeah.
Number 40 for Brooklyn. Came in about midway through the year. He's not that confident, but he should kick this one. He's sometimes passed it off, but he's lining up for goal. Straight in front. Straight in front now, Mark Good. And he kicks that one. It's the first goal for Brooklyn. Okay, so the scoreboard shows after that great goal by Mark Good, they lead Brooklyn 1-1-7, and I apologise earlier, I said it was number 8 for Boat Harbour. Indeed was Scott Cameron, not Bruce Stanley, as I said, as the ball's bounced in the middle. So the goal kickers Cameron and for Boat Harbour and good for Brooklyn. As the ball's thrown up again in the middle. Umpires electing to throw the ball up today. Gibbs on that throw up or tap down, couldn't get the ball, but it's a free kick being given. And it's going to Boat Harbour. Rawlings getting a lot of the ball early on as Rawlings pumps it long down to centre half forward. And it's Richardson, couldn't get the ball. Boat Harbour get the crumbs. Tim Gibbs is there as well. No one can get the ball. If anyone's, Hubbard there, number 7 for Brooklyn, gets rid of it, is tackled off the ball. Could be a free kick though. Yes, and it's a free kick to Boat Harbour. So, I apologise for Brooklyn, it should be. To Hubbard. A little bit late call, but it was definitely there. He scragged him once the ball was free. So Hubbard kicks the ball long. Out there, look for his teammate, and it's Kim Turali, doesn't let him down. Kim Turali takes the mark. Looking for a teammate. He kicks it long now, towards the half-forward flank. And that's young Stanley. No, he can't take the mark. He's dragged off the ball. Still no free kick. Looks like Paul Maguire on his left. Kicks it long into the wind. So you can see the wind holding the ball up. But, oh no, almost a mark there. It's too good. He's tackled number 40 for Brooklyn. The ball's knocked out Maguire off the ground. But it looks like it might be a minor score. Or is it out of bounds? No, a minor score. So the score's all tied up. In the early stages of the first quarter of the 2000 Grand Final between Brooklyn and Boat Harbour. 1 goal, 2 apiece. As you see, the ball kicked out long. Great kick from the full-back position. Adrian Hall takes the mark. A key player for Boat Harbour. So poor handball there eventuated in a free kick to Kim Turali for Brooklyn. He plays on quickly. Kicks it to Johns at centre half forward and he takes the mark. He plays on. But he gives it up, almost a mark to Hodgetts. He can't take the mark, fumbling the ball. He gets it out there to the big fella for Boat Harbour, further onto the full-back line, and the Rawlings, another player who's dominating, or the key player on the ground at the moment. Number 10, takes a bounce. They can't catch him as he kicks the ball long. Through the middle of the ground, that's the way to play it here with the wind. Boat Harbour can't take the mark. Ben Armstrong, then it punched away. Hubbard again. Number 7 for Brooklyn, playing well, but a poor kick there. Kicks it straight to Rawlings. He's tackled. Great tackle there. He had a chance to get rid of it. That's a free kick to Kim Turali. Turali now getting a bit of the ball as well. Kicks it out wide. Poor play, but can easily get the ball. The bounce of the ball eludes him. He punches the ball clear though for Gibbs. Fortunate play, but Gibbs handballs to Maguire. That's a poor handball as well. And Maguire's given up the ball. The free kick inside. Free kick to Boat Harbour. Oh, free kick there, yeah, you can see that. Pumps the ball, but in so doing, gave away the free kick to his opposition player, number 5 for Boat Harbour. And number 5 is Dion Anderson. He kicks the ball long left foot. Throw Barada for Brooklyn, but he can't take it. Neither can his Boat Harbour team, opposition player. The ball was held in play there. Robert O'Barada held the ball into his opposition player for Boat Harbour. Okay, the ball's thrown up now. Searle knocks the ball down. The big fella Searle for Boat Harbour. Key player today. Boy Sheen gave away the free kick there as he kicks it long down. The Boat Harbour play kicks it long to Ben Armstrong. He takes a great mark over his opponent, Scott Holland. He's going for a long shot at goal. You can see the way he's shaping up. The ball won't make the distance, or it's a little bit wide. And it's marked. No, it's not marked. As Brooklyn Tigers scramble the ball through to behind. In so doing, the lead changed hands again. Boat Harbour take the lead. 1-3-8, 1-3-9 to Brooklyn. North Cowans now takes the kick. Long out to his teammate there. Kim Turali takes the mark and all the free kick. The top row to Kim Turali. Very consistent player. As he looks from the halfback line, where can he kick the ball? You can see he's looking for a teammate. He kicks long. Richardson and Searle battle it out in the ruck, but Searle takes a great mark. This will be a great duel today, Searle and Richardson. So far, probably Searle just had the slight edge, although it's early days. But he gives the ball up, a poor kick. So then it's actually dropped by the Brooklyn player, number 12. He kicks it long and he's given up to Rod Hodgetts, the stalwart on the half-back line for Boat Harbour. He kicks long on his left foot. No one to kick to, so he kicks it wide, but it's out of bounds as Paul Maguire can't keep it in for the Tigers. Ball thrown in, it's a scramble of play. The number 16, the Boat Harbour player, couldn't get it clear. A free kick there, no, the ball's congested, but no, somehow it's got out by Johns. It looks like Johns for Brooklyn. Strong play, kicks it long. Rod Hodges can't take the mark. But Elphinston can. Great play, Russell Elphinston. Another long clearing kick. That's a hallmark of his game. There's the Boat Harbour player out there. Looks like young Johns as well. He gets the ball tackled. He's quick, but he gets the ball clear. Not marked by Richardson. That was a costly spill, but they might be able to recover. Richardson might be able to make amends. Number 14. Can't pick up that player, but he kicks it long. Still no mark down there. But Ben Armstrong reads the play well, takes the crumbs and kicks the goal. The danger player for me up forward for Boat Harbour is Ben Armstrong. Okay, great mark to Ben Armstrong, and I think most will agree he's probably the danger player for Brooklyn up there. They really need to hold him if they're to win the game today. And, that was a great bit of reading of the plays. The ball was bounced back in the middle, electing for the bounce a little bit towards Boat Harbour's way, but nevertheless the ball's out there towards the air, and it's favouring Brooklyn actually as Hubbard kicks the ball, kicks it long. Good play by Johnson, a half-back for Boat Harbour. He got himself in front. Adrian Hall, Hodges appealing for a free kick. Hall there. He's eventually got the ball, the left-footed Hall for Boat Harbour, but the ball's knocked out clear. Great play by that number 16, playing well for Boat Harbour. And he kicks it out to his teammate, number 8 there. The ball's knocked out of play. And that was, okay, the ball's about to be thrown in on the outer side wing position. Not clear a little bit by Boat Harbour. Number 7, Boat Harbour kicks it out of bounds. No, it's still in play. The ball's taken around the wing towards the half-forward line. And who's that? Ollington again, number 19. On that trusty left foot, kicks it long to centre forward, looking for Armstrong, almost a one-hander, but he's given a free kick. Given a free kick against Scott Hyland to Ben Armstrong. So already he's had a fair bit of the ball, and I don't know whether Scott Hyland's the man for the job. He might be a little bit short, and Armstrong's such a spring heel that if the ball is delivered correctly, it'll be hard to stop as he lines up the goal. Centre half forward, a long way out. The ball is wobbling off the boot, and it hasn't made the distance. Touch through for a point. Good play by the Brooklyn defence.
I think they did the post, Bevan, excellent.
Touch through onto the post, yeah, it's a poster there.
Yeah.
So Brooklyn 2-3-15, they lead Boat Harbour 1-2-8 as the ball's cleared out to Richardson. He's on his own, he's got a paddock, he's got 20 metres clear. They drive it over to Shepherd or Shapester. Ball's kicked long, Adrian Hall, no, Eastley spills the mark. Eastley for the Tigers, handball's out there, he's young Balmer, it looks like, 22, he kicks it long, he might have given it up to his opposition player for Boat Harbour. Tackle there, well he didn't have the ball, but the play's called play on. Oh, high tackle there, but wasn't seen. Good play by Rawlings. Oh, could have been in danger, but the ball's elected to be played on. The ball's kicked along there, Boat Harbour. Great play by the Brooklyn defence there. They punched the ball clear. Saltmarsh gets it out, it's spilled by the Boat Harbour. A bit of fumbling early on in this match, as you'd expect in the grand final. Oh, he couldn't get the ball clear. Oh, pressure, Gibbs under pressure, couldn't get the ball clear. Just got boot to the ball. It's very frantic in there in the packs. Tough play. It's Wyatt trying to break clear. Oh, he eventually got a handball, and the ball's knocked out of bounds. Scrambly bit of play there. No one could really get a clear disposal there. The tackling was very good. As Sines throws the ball in. Searle gets the ball, rucking well today so far. Johnson, number 2 there. A creative forward, he's tackled well, and it's still no free kick. Troy Sheen gets the ball, kicks it long. The centre full forward position. Mark Gibb can't take the mark. Adrian Hall there. Hodges there. Gets out to Elphinston. Ollington, I should say. Kicks along to Ben Armstrong. Can't take the mark. His opposition number, Scotty Hyland, kicks the ball out. And the ball's out of play. Ball's thrown in. Early scrambly start to the grand final, but the ball's knocked out by, looks like Searle. But a fresh air kick. Looks like it was a Brooklyn player kicked that, was it? Yeah, it looked like a Brooklyn player. Well, Brooklyn free kick, so Boat Harbour player didn't catch the play, kicked it out of bounds on a pull off. As you see, Kim Terrali kicked the ball, reading the play well, takes the mark behind the pack. Elliot Rogers cleared his head, the tall centre half forward for Brooklyn. Adrian Hall on his left foot, kicks it long. No, he doesn't, kicks it short. To number 8. That's Scott Cameron, the first goal kicker of the grand final. Takes the ball around that wing position. A huge kick with that wing, a great kick, kicks it long there. Oh, no mark there for the Boat Harbour Crummer. Ben Armstrong tries to tap the ball clear. Can't get the ball clear. Great defensive play by Brooklyn. Sees the ball over the boundary line. Okay, the ball's thrown in. Oh, the ball is not clear. Looks like young Salty there, number 50. Touch ball. Ball's touched as the ball's still in a hot... still ball. Adrian Hall gets the ball now. Good play. Evades a couple of tackles. Kicks along on his left foot. And looks like young Armstrong there. No, he drops the marks. Sam Armstrong, the brother of Ben. But Normie Cowan takes the ball. Good defence. No, poor defence in the end. He gets kicked straight to Boat Harbour. Player who's spilled the mark on the true half-back line. Half-back position. Okay, the ball's thrown in. See the ruckman do battle once again. We're going to see a bit of that today, I think. Oh, could have been a free kick. He acted for it. Another dangerous play on the half-forward line too for can't pick up the play now.
Shot like Walker, didn't it?
It is Walker too, yes. Ian Walker kicks the ball long. He could be a key player too, a crummer on that half-forward line. No mark, Ben Armstrong against two. Gets the ball out. Oh, this is close. But I think it was a good decision, 1 point. Good play by Armstrong. Got the ball out very quickly. But they've got to remember, they've got the wind, the Boat Harbour side, so they'll need to use it. Ball is not clear of the pack. Adrian Hall slips over, could be in trouble, but nobody gets the ball clear this time. Bormer again, number 22. Handballs to David Eastley. Kicker of 7 goals last week. He'll be in good form. In a lot of confidence coming into this match. Kicks the ball long. Out there, who's that player? Looks like Paul Maguire, number 11. Gets the ball by handball, gets the ball back. Gets his own handball. Young Stanley, number 8 for Brooklyn. A young player with a lot of ability, but he's been keen for holding the ball. Probably a little bit rough. What do you think, Dale? I think that was a little bit tough, the decision.
I think he had plenty of time to get rid of it, Bevan.
Fair enough then.
Yeah.
Okay, the Boat Harbour free kick on that half-back line. This player, he's played very well so far. I'll pick up who he is soon. Redhead from the half-back line for Boat Harbour. He's keeping the Tigers out on the half-forward line. As the ball's not clear, Ben Armstrong, once again, number 11, playing very good footy. Kicks the ball to centre-half forward to the advantage of Dean Rawlings. Rawlings, number 11, number 10 I should say, kicks the ball along to number 7. Who's that player? Kicks Normie Cowans. Sees the ball through for one behind the game, and that's 1 point. Almost a mark, or in fact it is marked to that Boat Harbour player. A great mark, in fact, to Dean Rawlings. Number 7. Deciding on where to kick the ball. He's going for a short pass, or dangerous. Well cut off by the Brooklyn player. But the siren sounds just as Darren Rawlings kicks the ball, but it's only gets halfway towards the goals. As the siren sounds, we see.
Hang on.
Okay, the siren sounds with Boat Harbour 2-6-18 at quarter time, leading Brooklyn Tigers 1-2-8. And Dale, fairly scrambly affair, but I guess expected. As expected, fairly scrambly in really good conditions for football too. But scrambly due to the pressure, the early part of the game. But I really expected to settle down halfway through the quarter, Dale, but it remained a bit scrambly. What do you think?
Yeah, I think in any grand final, Bevan, it takes players a quarter to get their feet. A lot of nerves are involved, and in a big game, I think you'll find it in most grand finals that, as you said, there's a lot of pressure, and it takes a quarter to get settled.
Yes, well, both teams desperately want to win this game, obviously. Real rivals over the last 3 years. Brooklyn won the last 2 premierships against. 10 points a quarter time. Tim Gibbs, always busting his way through the even tank for Brooklyn. Gets the ball now. Oh, strong play and great left foot kick down the centre forward. And David Eastley, he was the hero last week. Well, not the hero, he was a key goal kicker. Number 38, he kicked 7 last week in virtually a best on ground display. And he's got the ball, centre half forward. With the wind behind him, should have no trouble making the distance. Just depends on accuracy with a slight cross breeze, but a breeze certainly favouring that end. Beautiful kick for goal. Look at that, straight as a die. And David Eastley kicks his first goal and Brooklyn's second goal. Makes up. Okay, so the score now, with that great goal to Brooklyn at the start of that quarter, probably inside a minute, sees Boat Harbour 2-6-18. They lead Brooklyn Tigers 2-2-14. So the ball's thrown up again in the centre. We see the big ruckman, Searle and Richardson, go again. No, it's not Richardson. It's his, looks like, can't think of his teammate there. Oh, nearly a free kick to Burma to Brooklyn, centre half forward.
Thought he contributed to the tackle there, Bevan.
Could have done, he could have ducked his head, but it wasn't Richardson in the ruck for Tigers. We'll get his name in a moment. But it's nevertheless a free kick to Boom at centre half forward. He kicks long, off about 2 steps. Young Stanley there. Underneath the ball is Mark Harris, number 14. Or Harris got rid of the ball. Stanley, number 8 again, reading the play well. It's going to be congested. I reckon it'll be a throw up here, and yeah, certainly that's the case. Throw up here around about centre half forward on the outer side of the ground.
Don't rock the boat.
So keenly contested match, as we expect, fairly close. Both ruckmen really missed that one, that chance of tapping the ball clear as the ball was thrown in. Maguire there, almost gave a free kick away, but no, the ball's not clear by a Brooklyn player. Kim Turali is on the end of that handball there, but Elphinstone reading the play really well. Russell Elphinstone, number 15. No, he's not going to let that play on because he went on behind his back, so you'll find that ball will go back there. Even though Rod Hodges takes the ball around the wing, the ball will go back, you'll find a full-back. But Harbour boys aren't happy, but the umpire was right, the mark was taken and he definitely played on, not from behind his mark. The ball goes all the way back to Russell Elphinstone. Okay. Play recommenced. Elphinstone looking for a teammate. Looks like Cameron there, number 8, in front, but almost a good mark to Elliot Rogers. Didn't hold it on Daylock today. Need to hold a bit longer than that. Ball's kicked wide. Rather fortunately to both Harbour teammates. Normie Cowans kicks the ball off the ground indiscriminately. Not out of bounds on the full, so it's a throw in again.
Good play from
right in front of the camera here on the wing position. On the western side of the ground. The ball's thrown in. Searle against Fellows. Yeah, Fellows, the ruckman there. So it's little Ollington, number 19, kicks the ball well on his left foot. Oh, straight to an opposition player, but the bounce of the ball almost eludes everyone. Who's that? Oh, Armstrong again. Duck play, but it's no free kick. Ducked his head. Ian Walker, number 12, gets the ball very quickly to boot. Hubbard for Brooklyn. Kicks the ball along the centre half forward, but straight to a... No, it wasn't straight to a Bud Harbour play. Cleared his head. Ball not clear. Hodges playing off half back. Uncustomary today for Hodges. Kicks the ball long to the wing. Good play there by Brooklyn. Both teams fighting hard there. So the ball's tied in. Searle couldn't get the ball free. Number 25, the big ruckman. And Fellows for Brooklyn. They both jog back to position, ready for a ball up between the two big ruckmen, Fellows and Searle. Knocked out by Fellows slightly. Free kick nearly to Brooklyn there, not paid. Hodges calling for free kick. Troy Sheehan, no free kick there, but someone's... Yeah, they've called a free kick, looks like the Bud Harbour player. No, it's not, it's Troy Sheehan, number 31. A little bit of a late call, but it's certainly there, I think. He kicks it, he's given it up by Lucas straight to Hodges, not Hodges, Johnston. Johnston for Bud Harbour. He kicks it long, and Ollington takes him home. Number 19, he kicks, finds back Walker on his own. Walker plays on straight away. He kicks it long to a loose player forward. All on his own, Ben Armstrong. Loose play by the Brooklyn defence there. There was 3 players unattended, and a chain of kicks ended up with Ben Armstrong, who's been kicking right into the wind here, and it's not going to be an easy shot. Straight into the teeth, or straight into a slight breeze, probably 2 to 3 goal breeze. Armstrong, very deliberate. Kicks of a couple of paces. I think he might have got this though. No, just the last minute, the wind might have taken that through for a behind. Normie Cowans kicks long from that point by Armstrong, and it's found his teammate.
Good mark.
Big mark by Elliot Rogers. He'll be an important player at centre half forward for them today. But he took that mark at centre half back as he kicks long, touched. The ball's knocked on down there too. Bobby Fairbird, ball's touched by Johnston. Oh, great tackle on that player. Could have been holding the ball. Chris Cullen kicks sideways and backwards almost. Not out of bounds yet. Oh, yes, it is out of bounds. Rather fortunate for Bud Harbour. As we see the play right in the forward pocket there, near side forward pocket, as we see the ball brought back into play. David Eastley, big Searle, good tap there to his teammate, but he couldn't gather it. Number 31, Troy Sheehan. Still no clearance of that ball. It's very scrambly there. Kicked off the ground. Oh, and almost a great goal there off the ground. Good opportunistic play. One of the key on ballers. The scoreboard 2-7-19 Boat Harbour. Narrow lead over Brooklyn 2-3-15 as the ball is brought back into play from the fullback position by Elphingston. And that's marked by his teammate there. He kicks it long to centre half forward. Dangerous play, but oh, looks like Fellows, he got it, somehow got it clear to Hubbard. Hubbard centre half forward with an ungainly looking kick, but oh, good, and almost takes the mark, the full forward for Brooklyn. Fights hard on the ground, but Elphingston on his wrong foot kicks it well back there. Hubbard, number 7, sees the ball out of bounds on the far side against Richardson. Oh, good heavy clash there, but no, there's no free kick there. As ball, so really the defences of both sides working overtime, especially in the end towards Brooklyn are kicking at the moment. Yes, and the ball's thrown back in. Clearance there by the Boat Harbour ruckman, and the ball's tied up there for a throw-in. There will be a throw-in there. As we see, the Brooklyn guys on interchange bench, stalwart Brian Cameron, Bakes, can't pick up the other player, but Brian Cameron and Andrew Bakes.
A lot of experience there, Bev.
Yes, Brian Cameron wearing that number of the famous Francis Burke for the Tigers, Richmond Tigers, and as the ball's cleared out of bounds there, reminiscing their Dale, and as the ball's kicked, number 14 over there, Harry, oh, scooped it up, but Hubbard's there. Can't get the ball clear. This fellow's kicked the ball the wrong way. But Normie Towns on his left foot, don't we often see that? Kicks well, but not marked by his teammate. But some handball over his head. Umpire's called that fair as Boat Harbour clear the ball. This guy's played well. Bruce Cameron. Handballs to Hodges. Puts him under a bit of pressure, but Hodges is good enough to kick the ball beautifully to that half-forward line. It's not a mark, a free kick there. Number 7 pushes off this player. Dean Rawlings had a bit of the football as well. Kicks well. Kicks it over the head of his coach, Gavin Field. But the ball's bounced towards centre half for Normie Cowans under pressure, but gets the ball straight away. Kim Turali. Loving the ball in the forward line in the first quarter, not so much this quarter. Bruce Cameron again met solidly by Tim Gibbs, but illegally, says the umpire. Front on charge. Probably fair call. Great play by the Boat Harbour guys, very courageous. Has kicked long to centre forward, Troy Sheehan. Rebounds off the half-back line for Brooklyn. Oh, held on to, I think, the Brooklyn guy there. Yeah, centre half forward. Free kick to Elliot Rogers. He plays on quickly. Probably a little, oh, he's going to come off, is it? Stanley can't take the mark. Falls heavily. There's Rod Hodges, saw he fumbles the ball, tried to bounce it. Eventually gets rid of the ball. Paul Maguire bumps his opposition player. Tim Gibbs, oh, strong play, Gibbs. He eventually gets the ball with tough football. Gibbs, a scrubby old kick. Kicks it there now, centre half forward for Boat Harbour. Handball's the wrong way, could be dangerous. Orrington, can he get on the end of that one? He can. Kicks it, good play. Probably in the end out towards the boundary line.
Wack Walker there.
Wack Walker trying to get in there, but it's a Brooklyn player, Burma. Kicks off the ground. Oh, it could come off the Boat Harbour here. It's Chris Cullen on the end of it. Ball there, and Cullen clears the ball as we take a breath here, but there's a great mark. A diving mark. Well, it looked like young Saltmarsh. Yeah, number 50 for Brooklyn. A good mark. He kicks long. No mark there. Almost a mark to Eastleigh though, but well cleared by big Chris Cullen. Off the ground by the Brooklyn player, and we see the ball out of bounds on the half-forward line. Standard of the play is picking up in this quarter as we see Brooklyn really pepper those goals. The ball's thrown in. Chris Cullen gives it out to probably one of the better players on the ground in Cameron, but he kicks the ball to Tim Gibbs, and he's starting to come into the game, Gibbs. Really starting to take over a bit in the midfield, and this danger signs here for Boat Harbour. Tim Gibbs, number 2, best and fairest in the league this year. Kicks long, he fancies his chances. Well, I tell you what, it's a great kick. It's a magnificent kick for goal. For 1 point, umpire's called 1 point. He kept us in suspense. He wins this drag kick once again out to that half-back line. Oh, and he's found his player Townsend. Pinpoint pass. And Townsend, one of the better backmen in the league this year, back pockets at least anyway. But it's a poor handball, puts his player under pressure. Kim Turali, one of the guys there who put the pressure on. Cross to Harris. Troy Sheehan on the end of that chain. What has Troy Sheehan done? He's also missed. So we're seeing both teams fairly inaccurate. And he's kicked it out of bounds. As we see the score, 2-7-19 to Boat Harbour. They still lead the Brooklyn Tigers 2-4-16. So we've seen the Tigers only in the lead for a short time in the first quarter, but really long clearing out to the defensive side, the outer side of the ground. No Mo mark there, the ball not clear. Boat Harbour jostle there. Tim Gibbs getting a fair bit of the ball lately. Hubbard on the end of that one. What's the umpire called? It's a throw, I think. Illegal disposal, and that's a free kick to the Boat Harbour backman. He goes across the field. Good play. Opens up the field to Johnson. Number 4 kicks it long. Playing in front is the big fella for Brooklyn, but no one takes the mark. Robbie Oberarder looks as if he's going to kick back the other way, but he hooks it across field for Cameron, one of the better players on the field, takes the mark in front of Normie Cowans. Cameron kicks long, doesn't waste any time. Oh, good play there by the player from Brooklyn there, the big ruckman. He kicks it out there, Paul Maguire. The ball bounces out of bounds for a little while there, but we're back in action here. As Maxwell throws the ball in. Oh, free kick, that play was held onto, adjudged by the umpires before the ball was thrown. Big Wes Fellows, well look at it. Brian Cameron, the former coach and captain of the Tigers, calls, but he didn't kick it to Cameron. Cameron can't get the ball. Elliot Rogers gets it out. Cameron gets his first touch. Kicks a scrubby kick, but it's effective. Troy Sheehan marks his own short kick. Hubbard, handballs to Hubbard, but met. Oh, tough play by Johnson. Tough play by both players. Tim Gibbs gets the ball out to Troy Sheehan. Good play. Sheehan kicks the ball into the corridor to Mark Good. Edges his player out. Good play by Harris. This even could be a fluke goal, this one. Mark Harris, I should say. He kicked the ball unintentionally. I reckon even he would say that it was a fluke. But nevertheless, it still counts on the scoreboard. And Brooklyn. Okay, so we see Brooklyn Tigers. 3-4-22. They hit the lead halfway through the second quarter. 3-4-22. They lead Boat Harbour 2-7-19. So Boat Harbour a little bit. The ball's thrown in the air. Boat Harbour get the clearance. They'll need to start getting some clearances down the middle. Could be a free kick, not given. Ben Armstrong. Short kick, ineffective, but a kick comes off. Wes Fellows. Tigers are starting to use some tough football, and they're getting the free kicks. They're getting the hard ball around the pats. We see the free kick to Big Fellows. As we see the Brooklyn bench, very Norton, Big Wes. Long, loping left foot, that's a good kick. Elliot Rogers, no, Big Searle. Good players. Scott Hodges. Oh, lucky to get away. That's a one-hand handball. But he got away with it. Normie Cowans could yet prove very fruitful for Brooklyn as Cowans goes for a big kick. Wobbly, but punched clear by Albertson. Good play. He's keeping the minute down there. Number 6, Townsend. Good play too. He saw his teammate there, Young Johns. But tough play by Eastley. Gets the ball and he knocks it out of bounds. And Brooklyn are doing a good job keeping the ball in by Brooklyn. They're keeping the ball in very effectively in their forward zone, and the ball's thrown in now. So Boat Harbour, very important stage. They've got to keep Brooklyn from scoring quick goals here with the win. Belgiston, full back, playing in front, kicks the ball long, off the back of the head of a Brooklyn player, rebounds to a Boat Harbour player. Number 3, I can't pick up that player out there, but looks like a high tackle. Yes, a high tackle given to Big Searle, the ruckman, playing a great game. He hands it off to number 7. That's Dean Rawlings. Oh, he might be holding the ball. He elected to bounce, and he's tackled, and that's a free kick for holding the ball. You can't do that. He had prior opportunity, and Kim Turali, one of the great on-ballers of the competition, and certainly one of the key ones for Brooklyn. Kicks to the centre forward, and a free kick against Robert Oberarder. Came in over the back, and there's a Boat Harbour player, kicks it quickly, and as he gives it straight up. Number 36, a mark for Brooklyn. There's a mark or a free kick there to Troy Sheehan.
Lucky he didn't get 50 there, Bevan.
No, I think it's incidental with the free kick. It would have been a free kick if not marked, so. Fairly careless one though, just the same.
Just thought he was a little bit late on the punch there, Bev.
That really hurt him, I think. I think it was incidental, probably uncalled for, but Rod Hodges the offender there. Let's hope things doesn't get out of hand here.
I know she got pretty nasty last night though.
As we see officials and trainers running out the ground just to make sure that Troy's okay. Let's hope he is okay because he's having a pretty good game. If you look at the crowd at the ground today, we see a fairly good crowd in attendance. normal crowd for a grand final in the Christian League. We see a lot of children, a lot of families come to the Christian Football League, and we see many families and young children watching the game. We see a bus over the other side, probably a bus from Boat Harbour.
Yep.
I'd say the Boat Harbour boys have come together on a bus. Probably a good move by Gavin Field. Free kick not taken by him, it's Normie Cowans, and Norm's nailed a long kick. That's a great goal by Normie Cowans. He kicked that probably all of 60 metres, I'd say. Mind you, he has the wind behind him, but that was a great kick. That cleared the goals easily. So the backman, he kicks that one from 60 metres out, and that really has given Brooklyn a good break at the moment. 9 points, that's their biggest break.
I think Normie will tell his teammates about that one, Bev.
He certainly told Rod Hodgetts all about it when he kicked it, that's for sure. He told Ben Armstrong on the way back too. All in a friendly gesture, mind you. As the ball is returned to the centre, as we see the bounce of the ball. 4-4-28 to 2-7-19. Tigers have got the lead as big Fellows doing a good job in the ruck there. Unexpectedly against Searle, but he's doing a good job. He gets the ball out. Boat Harbour clear the ball from centre half back. Gavin Field not really in the game. Brian Cameron does a great negating job on him there. Cameron gets that ball out to the goal kicker. Normie Cowans, and illegal disposal. Good call umpire. You could see that he didn't really get clear disposal. And a great tackle by Searle for Boat Harbour, the big ruckman. So Normie had his chance. Normie took the last goal, but he tried to get the hand the ball, but sort of tapped that out. As Searle kicked the ball a bit awkwardly, sets up his teammate. Kim Turali, great handball backwards to his teammate, and they clear the ball, Brooklyn. Looking the better side in the second quarter at the moment. As Robert Oberata tells his opposition number, Rod Hodgetts, to get back. Robert Oberata, Obi-Wan Kenobi, kicks the ball long to centre forward. Eastley coming from behind. Hubbard gets the crumbs. Hubbard gets the crumbs and kicks the goal. Great goal to Brooklyn Tigers. You can hear the crowd. A lot of support for Brooklyn. And they've kicked their 5th goal, and it's looking dangerous now for the Boat Harbour Sharks. And they'll need a lift. 5-4-34. The scoreboard attendance very quick on that one. 5-4-34. Brooklyn Tigers. They lead a stalling Boat Harbour Sharks. 2-7-19. So Boat Harbour stopped at the moment. Mind you, the wind's got up a bit fresh though. I think the wind's really got up, and
it's starting to favour the CN, Bev.
Certainly is, and it's certainly stronger than it was in the first quarter as the ball's thrown up. Big Fellows, another good tap in that situation there. In the ruck there as Hubbard kicks the ball, the last goal kicker, Mark Hubbard. Townsend traps the ball cleverly, kicks it high though. Almost up, straight up in the air as Rawlings. They'll need a lift from this guy, Darren Rawlings. He takes the mark. True centre half back position. He plays on, puts himself under pressure, but kicks the ball long centre half forward. Ben Armstrong. Norm Cowans can't take the mark. Bormer kicks well with his left foot. No, they can't take the mark, Boat Harbour. Townsend, good play there. He traps the ball. To Tim Gibbs. Feeds it out. David Eastley kicks the ball long. They're looking dangerous, Brooklyn. Oh, must have marked there to John. And John's kicked another one. Over his shoulder. Oh, another goal to Brooklyn, and this is looking very, very worrying signs here. Very worrying here for the Boat Harbour Sharks. In the second quarter, Brooklyn really getting away now. They're 6-4-40. They lead Boat Harbour Sharks 2-7-19. So the minor Premier in a bit of trouble now because the ball's thrown up in the middle. They'll need a quick answering goal to do their confidence a bit of good as well as scoreboard pressure. But Brooklyn are applying the scoreboard pressure. And Boat Harbour, they might have to make some changes. They might move Johnson on the half forward. The young Johnson is playing on the back line at the moment. Number 2 for Boat Harbour. Maybe they could change him. And his brother's back there as well. So maybe just with against the wind, they're trying something down there, Boat Harbour, but it's not working at the moment. They get the tap clear through Searle, but Brooklyn are getting the pack clearances. Kim Turali kicks it, but no, there's a free kick anyway to his Brooklyn teammate. Burma, and he's been a bit of a surprise pack. He's played pretty well.
Turali's having an effect on the game, Bevan.
Certainly is. Tim Gibbs, Turali, Paul Maguire's a bit quieter, but they certainly are. The on-ballers are on top, there's no doubt about it. As he kicks long, Burma. Eastley, a big target down there. He can't take it. He almost got the rebound. So Boat Harbour really struggling in their back line to clear the ball effectively. Hubbard takes a good mark. He's playing well this quarter, Hubbard. Bit of an unsung hero. He kicks the ball long. Harris can't get it. But there's a free kick to Harris in the half-forward line.
Well, that's all, Bev. It was a bit lucky.
Yeah, he held on to him for a little time there, I think. Probably there, but maybe a little bit technical.
Yeah.
He kicks the ball. Kicks it down to Cullen. Can't take the mark. Boat Harbour through their experienced campaigner down there. Right, the big ruckman do battle once again. Robert O'Brien wrestles with Big Searle in the ruck. Could have been a free kick against O'Brien. But no, the ball is out near the boundary line. Gavin Johnson takes the ball over. As we hear the siren, the half sign. And really costly last 5 minutes there for Boat Harbour because Brooklyn got away. Good play by the Tigers. 6-4-40. Brooklyn Tigers, they lead Boat Harbour Sharks 2-7-19. And really, that could be a match-winning breakdown, even though it's 21 points.
Yeah, Boat Harbour held them quite well for half that quarter, but Tigers got right on top there through their runners in Trali and Gibbons and Gibbs. And Elliot Rogers had a bit of an effect on the game as well. So
yeah, I think guys like Mark Hubbard, on ballers, Kim Turali, big fellows played well in the ruck too. He had a great second quarter there. And so at half-time, 6-4-40, 2-7-19. We'll be back with the second half. Let's hope that Boat Harbour can really make a game of it, but at the moment, the Tigers are very dangerous, though.
Yeah.
2000 North West Christian Amateur Football League. The ball's bounced, and Burma, number 22 for Tigers, kicks long, and David Eastley coming out, takes the mark. I notice conditions are quite, the wind's dropped a bit as well at the start of the third quarter. David Eastley kicked 7 goals last week, lining up, I think, for his second goal. Tigers trying to add to their 21-point half-time lead. David Eastley, a big kick off the side of the boot though. Comes out to the pocket and it's taken out of bounds.
Sentimental feelings like that, yes.
As the ball is brought back into play, Paul Maguire can't get the ball clear. It's a bit scrambly at the moment. Boat Harbour desperately trying to clear the ball from the half-back line. Ball's kicked long by Johnson. To the wing position, Ollington's there. Brian Cameron punches the ball well. Kicked off the ground, Brian Cameron. Oh, still not... Oh, it's Normie Counts. Kicks the ball long, no mark there to Big Searle. But Rawlings, just as he started in the first quarter, kicks the ball long to the half-forward line. And looks like... who's that guy? I can't pick it up. But Johnson off the half-back line for Boat Harbour. Johns gets the ball. Richardson, number 6, the big ruckman, trying to clear the ball out to the far side wing, and Mark Harris can't take the mark. Spills the mark and out of bounds. He's pretty quick.
Yeah, quite fast. Yes.
Darren Rawlings has been a key player for Boat Harbour. He hasn't played every game, but I notice he got an early touch there in that third quarter. As the ball's brought back in, Johns it is for Boat Harbour, number 20. Pummels the ball slightly. Could be a free kick, not given. Boat Harbour get the ball this time off the half-back line. Short kick towards the centre of the play. Tim Gibbs, number 2 for Brooklyn. Kim Turali gives it over to Gibbs, number 2, pumps it to centre half forward. David Eastley looks dangerous, but there's no mark there. Ball hits the ground. Johnson chasing Eastley. Eastley gets boot to ball. Russell Elphinstone gets the ball off the half-back line. Good play. Looks like young Rawlings gets the ball to centre half forward. And Sam Armstrong, one of his few touches for the game. He takes the mark. Probably look for his brother. His brother's leading at full forward. Kicks that direction towards Ben Armstrong. And Armstrong can't take the mark. Gavin Field also finding it hard to get into the game. Could be a high tackle on that player. But he gets the ball clear. Game tackled by Brooklyn. As Kim Turali kicks the ball wide out to Mark Harris. Bounce to the ball, favoured Boat Harbour. But he can't get, he's trying to get boot to the ball. Probably a little bit tough, but a free kick has been given. Free kick to Mark Harris.
Fair decision there, Biv.
Given for a high tackle.
I'll drop the ball, whichever.
Kim Turali takes the kick from Mark Harris. He marks the ball right in the centre of the ground. Kim Turali's been getting a lot of the ball, Bobby. Dangerous player, isn't he?
He's had a lot of possessions up to this point in the game.
He has. There's the ball we see on the half-forward line, on the outer side, and it's out of bounds.
Fabian Hall's been in it, hasn't
he? Probably only the first quarter, really. Yeah, it didn't really feature strongly in the second quarter at all, so they'll be hoping for a lift from Hall. As the ball is knocked out by Gibbs. Brooklyn getting a lot of the football. Boat Harbour hanging on here. 21-point lead is still there to Brooklyn as the ball's kicked forward to centre half forward for Brooklyn. And Elliot Rogers, the big Tiger centre half forward, takes the mark. Looking for a teammate. Now he plays on. And he finds that teammate at far side pocket, and that player's Mark Good. Now he's no certainty he kicked this mark. He'll probably try and give the ball off because he's not very confident in front of goal. No, not very confident at all.
He's on a bit of an angle anyway.
He's kicking into the teeth of the breeze here. It could be a goal, this one. It's a great kick. No, 1 point. Well, the crowd and the players thought it was a goal, but it was only 1 point.
I think he's already got a pair of glasses on, Bevan, hasn't he? That umpire?
Yeah, he could have. There's Russell Elphinston, trusty left foot. He's a beautiful kick. He kicks out, there's no exception. And he's found his teammate, Darren Rawlings. They'll be looking to get a lift from him as he plays on. No one to kick to. Brian Cameron meets the play. Gavin Field can't get into the play. Still can't get into the play. Good play, Field. Knocks it over to Rawlings, his teammate. Well tackled, Brooklyn. That's a feature of their game today, is their tough tackling. And they look at the players. There's 2 of them around the pack there. Richardson knocks the ball out. Brian Cameron, the bottom of the pack as usual. Big fellows, can't get the ball. Kim Turali, he gets the ball out. Good handball to Mark Hubbard, one of the star players for Brooklyn today. Kicks the ball long to Robbie Oberata. Oh, it could have been a free kick, and in fact it is. Robert Oberata, high tackle. And it could be 50 metres. No, umpire's given 50 metres there.
What was that for, Bevan?
No, the players went on with it. They could have returned the ball the first time, but they went on with it. Is that right, Bob? They had the second kick away, and that cost them 50 metres. And virtually a certain goal, and that's critical against the win. So where do you think Bud Harbour might be able to get a lift, Bob, if they can get a lift?
Well, I can't see they're on, but how many they got? Who are they on board?
Well, they've got both Johnson boys coming off half-back in the first half, but Dwayne Johnson, his brother Phil, Gavin Field, young Ollington in the middle. But now 7-5, 47 Brooklyn. They lead a Boat Harbour side that's really stopped. They're 2-7-19. Yeah, they need a lift from, they've got Adrian Hall in the middle there, Bob, I noticed. And they've got him in there, and Darren Rawlings too is in the ruck, so that might be
a good move because they need to mark.
He's a very athletic ruckman. He gets the tap, Darren Rawlings, to Dean Rawlings, number 7. He knocks it clear. But Boat Harbour can't get possession of the ball where it matters. Really struggling now, the Sharks. They really need a big lift from someone, or who's that, Ollington, number 19. Maybe he's the guy. He kicks it long, or short kick towards the boundary line, I should say.
I think it's Wack Walker, number 19, Bevan.
No, it's not. It's young Ollington.
Looks like Hall's going to cover Charlie.
So it looks like Adrian Hall's on the ball to try and cover either Matrali or Maguire. But Boat Harbour get the chance to go forward here. Ben Armstrong touches the ball over and out of bounds, so it's a throw in. As Scotty Hyland throws the ball back to the boundary umpire.
Not the best pocket to be in.
No, certainly not the best pocket. Ball about to be thrown back in. Can Boat Harbour snag a goal here? It's been Sam Armstrong tried to kick the ball, well smothered by Brooklyn. I think that was Brian Cameron, and really the smothering, the tackling, Bob. Even while you've only been here the second half, you've noticed that going up a bit effort.
Yeah, pretty good.
The tackling really picked up in the second quarter. The ball's thrown in again. That's like Searle in the ruck there. Adrian Hall trying to match up on those tough on-ballers for Brooklyn. Who's this now? Johns tackled, maybe without the ball. No free kick though. Rawlings. Could this be a chance? Free kick must be there to Boat Harbour. Player tackled there was Ben Armstrong. And the culprit for Brooklyn is like Troy Sheehan. Yes, number 31, Troy Sheehan. Never know. It's a day when a lot of goals have been kicked, so I don't think Boat Harbour's quite out of the game, but they really need a goal here, Bob.
They certainly do. They need to have a little bit of motivation, and this should give it to them.
Well, he's only kicked it off a couple of steps.
Right across the goal.
And he really probably allowed for a bit of breeze there, but really
on the full.
It's out of bounds on the full.
I think it is too.
No?
No? Oh.
1 point. Terry signalled 1 point. So 1 point given.
Yeah,
And so a little bit of uncertainty there, Bob, but nevertheless, a point given to Boat Harbour. There's Normie Cowens.
That's the field umpire over.
A long kicking full-back for beautiful long kick with it. Against that wing, kicks straight to his ruckman Richardson. Richardson plays on, kicks to big, looking for his big centre-half forward Rogers, to Townsend. The hard-running half-back for Boat Harbour. He kicks it short there to Rawlings. He puts him under pressure. Adrian Hall gets the rebound off at a handball backwards there. He kicks it out to Dean Rawlings. They're going backwards, Boat Harbour, under pressure. Now they've got probably got an opening. Dean Rawlings kicks that ball to centre half forward. His Boat Harbour teammate, I can't pick up that player, Bob, number 16.
Don't know him.
He's played a pretty good game. He kicks it long. This could be a mark or a free kick, one or the other. Nothing given. There's a big fellow who gets the ball out. Tough play by Brooklyn defence as they clear the ball. Paul Maguire under pressure from the coach. Good for big Gavin Fields, I should say, for Boat Harbour. But Richardson clears the ball. Elliot Rogers underneath the ball. Can't hold his mark. Gets the ball clear somehow. Tough tackling there. Troy Strand, number 31, kicks the ball to centre half forward. They're looking the better side, Brooklyn. And that might be a free kick for a mark. No, not paid. Or is it paid? Yeah, definitely a mark there, I thought. He certainly controlled it all the way to the ground, and that was a very good mark under pressure by David Eastley. And he's had the better of Chris Cullen today. Eastley kicks it long. Adrian Hall sitting underneath that pack, can't take the mark. Having a bit of a tough time, Adrian Hall today. He's normally a very productive player. Kicks it wide, but there's a nest of Brooklyn players. Elliot Rogers, centre half forward play, kicks it to Adrian Hall, can't take the mark. Good trap by Hall. Looks for his teammate in Chris Cullen, and Chris Cullen having a tough day at the office there against David Eastley. He takes the mark. Elects to play on. He kicks it long out there to half-back front. Oh, he's given away a free kick. Given away front position there to his Brooklyn opposition number in Bormer, who's played a pretty good game today. Bormer kicks it to Tim Gibbs at centre half forward, and Gibbs, normally a long kick, he could be a chance of nailing this one. Bobby's a very long kick this guy, Tim Gibbs, formerly NTFL player with Burnie, and the best and fairest player, judged best and fairest in the league at the annual dinner a couple of weeks ago. Gibbs kicks for goal. Off target at 1 point.
Got the distance.
Still Elphiston. Now he takes a kick out, looking for Johnson. They've still got Johnson off the half-back line. Normally productive kick. Wasn't touched over the out of bounds. The boundary has given it that way, so it's a throw-in. Okay, the boundary umpire's called out of bounds, so no free kick as he throws the ball in. The big ruckman, Elliot Rogers against Searle. That Boat Harbour backman's played a pretty good game. He clears the ball to the wing. They're punched out of bounds. Well, they've given a free kick there. Probably a little bit controversial, but it's been given. That was Robert Fairburn, slightly into the back of his Boat Harbour player. It's an opposition player. The Boat Harbour player kicks it long. Sam Armstrong can't take the mark. They need him taking those marks. They could have been a free kick, but not given. 3 Brooklyn players against 1. Adrian Hall comes in and helps. And the ball's tied up. I think it's critical that Adrian Hall starts to get some of that ball in the midfield. They put him on the ball, whether he can run the game out. It's a tough ask. Dwayne Johnson, number 2. They don't quite seem to have the legs of the Brooklyn midfield at this stage. Gavin Field breaks the tackle. Good play. Kicks it long to Johnston. Johnson can't take it. Kicked off the ground by Rawlings. Ball's a little bit of scuffling here, but there's a free kick. No, it's not a free kick. It's a mark to Brooklyn. Scotty Highland takes that kick. Pretty awkward one to pull back from the fullback position. Number 5, Tim Turali. Turali, certainly one of the better players on the ground. Getting a lot of the football since quarter time. Turali takes his time. Long drop punt to the wing position. Great mark there to that player. Free kick given though. Free kick to Brooklyn. Free kick against Brooklyn to number 25, Michael Searle. In the back for Searle. Nevertheless, a good mark to Boat Harbour anyway, but it's free kick. Kicks it along to Sam Armstrong. Sam Armstrong not holding his marks. He spilled that one. Searle in front position should take this, and he does take it. Oh, he's reversed that. Fair enough to free kick given against Searle. He pushed the opposition guy. And so Boat Harbour a little bit undisciplined at the moment. As Brooklyn get it forward dangerously up there to Eastley. Eastley got the ball, tackled well. And at the best place at the moment might be out of bounds for the Boat Harbour defence, I think. What's he do? He's holding onto it. Luckily, Boat Harbour leading the play, leading Gavin Field to the ball. Brian Cameron runs forward, kicks it long. and the ball eludes the big backer, the big ruckman Chris Cullen, having a tough time down there. The ball eluded him. There's the ball's thrown in. Mark Hubbard, great player, rebounding out of that midfield and out of the half-back line. He kicks it long, right to the top of the square. Mark Good can't take the mark. Who's that? Johnson, well tackled, tough tackling by Brooklyn. As Tim Gibbs gets the ball at centre half forward. He kicks it long, down to the Tigers, but oh, great mark, Johnston. Saving Mark down there in the back pocket position. Phil Johnson, been a great acquisition for the Sharks. They need him up forward probably to win the game, but he kicks it long. Who's this? Oh, he can't take the mark. That's Armstrong. Ball touched off the boot by the look of it. Chris Cullen down there against David Eastley. No mark. Phil Johnson again clears the ball. Can Boat Harbour find a winner off in that centre line? I'm on that wing position. Gavin Field. Mark Hubbard. Too good there, Mark Hubbard. Again he gets the ball. Kicks it long to Overrider. Boat Harbour rebound again. Can they get a forward thrust here? That's their wing position. Saltmarsh gets a free kick. He's overrun by that Boat Harbour player. That was Matthew Bryan. Unfortunately, he's been a good player, but he just got Saltmarsh a bit high. Saltmarsh plays on towards the centre, sideways to Tim Gibbs. And Tim Gibbs has certainly been a dominating player as well as Turali. I think Bobby's number 2. Very tough guy to match up on. You go to tackle him, he just shrugs off tackles. As he kicks the ball to long to their full forward in Mark Good. Can he take it? He does take it. Oh, it might have been touch ball or something. It doesn't certainly look like a mark. Does a let off to Boat Harbour. Can they use that let off to their advantage? I think there's a bit of frustration. You think he was a free kick? No, they might have let him off there. I think just the spur of the moment. So a bit of a let off there on 2 counts. They could have been a mark and then the let off at the boundary line there. So Boat Harbour, can they take advantage of this let off? Ball's thrown in. No one takes a clear tap. Boat Harbour on the left foot. Clear it. They're really struggling to get out of their back line. Once again, Brooklyn. No, it's Boat Harbour. Matthew Bryan. The ball's out of bounds though. Before rolling out in by umpire signs. He throws in. Hall in the ruck. Good play by Adrian Hall. His ruckman wasn't in position. Now the ball's been kicked out to the wing position. Halfway between the wing and half forward line for Brooklyn. Dwayne Johnson takes the mark. Hubbard attacking off that back line. Can't take the mark, but gets the rebound. Great play by Mark Hubbard. Tim Gibbs bounces off the tackle. Kicks it to David Eastley. Traps the ball well on his left foot. Cullen bumps him out of position. Good play by number 16 for Boat Harbour. Kicks it to Darren Rawlings. Rawlings, what's his kick? He'll probably kick it long, or will he? No, he handballs. Poor handballs. And that was untidy play by Boat Harbour. Had a chance. But Brooklyn clear the ball now. They're almost a mark to Boat Harbour there, but Searle battling a great job in the ruck. They're doing a good job for his side. Out to Johns, number 20 for Boat Harbour. Can't trap the ball. But Brooklyn very tough on the ground. There's a free kick there. The free kick there to Boat Harbour. To Johns. He kicks the ball. Can they get a mark down there? They can't. It's a Brooklyn mark instead. And it's either Fairbairn or Fellows. It might be Fairbairn down there. There's a lot of height, Brooklyn, and it's certainly showing off on a day like today. As he kicks it long to centre half back, a long clearing kick. The man in front will be paid probably, or is it throw up, is it? It's probably a good call. Both players seem to be side by side there, Bob.
Yep.
This big Fellows takes the tap. Kim Turali. Great tap, sideways tap. Turali traps the ball. Kicks it long towards the half-forward flank. Mark Hubbard, everything this quarter. Can he keep the ball in front of him? Well bumped off the ball there, but Hubbard has still got the run of the play. And the ball's taken out of bounds. As Hubbard crashes into the fence, almost in the forward pocket there on the far side of the ground, as we see the ball about to be thrown in. Front position went to the big ruckman for Boat Harbour, and the ball's cleared out of the back line. And it's out of bounds on the full, so Boat Harbour not really firing any shots at the moment. They really need a lift. And Gavin Field shouting to something to his teammates on the bench, and what can Gavin do? What can he do, Bob?
Well,
they don't seem to have runners in the middle, do they?
Well, they are getting it down they're tying it up in the pocket, but they're getting to the centre, but they're not getting it into the forward line effectively.
As we see Tim Gibbs get the ball near the centre, kick it straight down to the big forward in David Easton. Chris Cullen trying to get rid of the ball. Elliot Rogers off the instep. Great effort for goal, but it's not going to be a goal, it's going to be a mark to Dwayne Johnson. As I said before, this fella's played all his football up forward this year. And he and his brother Phil, in fact, both played up forward. They're both down the back line today. A bit of a puzzling move. He kicks it long to Darren Rawlings. Darren Rawlings, number 10, plays on. He's done all that today. Tries to evade. Yes, he does get around the play on the mark. He kicks it wide. Out to Gavin Field. He takes the mark. Gavin thought about having a shot, but obviously a long way out. Would have kicked 100 metres, I think. So at the end of the third quarter, we see the score 7-6-48 to Brooklyn Tigers. They lead Boat Harbour 2-8-20. Very disappointing, Boat Harbour. Haven't kicked a goal since quarter time, Bob, so that sums up really their plight.
Yeah. Try some of the players that are getting a lot of possession.
Any chance, fellas, for Boat Harbour at this point?
I think Boat Harbour's got to play all their aces up forward and run the ball as quickly as they can. And
they've got to be able to run it out of the centre now.
Yeah, I think they've got Johnson up forward. Both Johnsons up forward now, but the gate might have shut, I think, maybe.
There's the danger man, Ben Armstrong. Sam Armstrong, sorry.
Their chances would improve
Well, the ball's...
if they would hold their nose.
Oh, gee, they held on a long time down there, Brooklyn. A bit of a scuffle here at the moment. So they're throwing the ball up. Oh, scuffle going on in the forward line, watching down there, but here's the ball. Umpire wisely threw the ball up and let the play go on.
I'll watch the other end. You watch the game.
Okay, so there could be something come out of that, guys, but let's just hope the guys concentrate on footy from now on, because really Boat Harbour still a slight chance here. In good conditions, they could kick 5 goals if they're good enough. As young Ollington gets the ball, kicks it along to Gavin Field. They've got the Johnson brothers, Gavin Field up forward, so they've got their best forward line players, albeit small players, up there this quarter. So they're appealing for a free kick, but I don't think it's forthcoming. No, it'll be thrown in about halfway between the forward flank and the forward pocket on the outer side of the ground. The wind's still fairly strong, favouring Brooklyn's end as the ball's thrown in. Tim Gibbs knocks it out over the boundary line before young Ollington for thrown in. And the umpire's blown his whistle. Free kick to Brooklyn. So everything's happening for Brooklyn in the middle. Tim Gibbs, dominating player. Mark Hubbard, another dominating player. Kim Turali. Just the on-ballers, Bob, the ones that are putting their hands up.
They haven't got an answer for that, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, Boat Harbour today, one of their strengths in the midfield, not really firing a shot today, as Tim Gibbs kicks it out of bounds on the opposite side wing, right in front of the scoreboard, which reads 7-6-48 Brooklyn to 2-8-20 Boat Harbour. Where's Fellows? Big Fellows up against Searle. And Fellows, for me, has done a great job against more highly regarded Searle in the ruck, and done a great job. Number 12 for Brooklyn. This time Searle gets a tap. It's near the boundary line. That's no good for Boat Harbour. They need the ball in play. Ball's thrown in again. No one's really picking the ball up. There's a bit of shepherding going on. There's Rawlings and Hubbard for Tigers. A pack milling of about 6 or 8 players. Gibbs at the bottom of the pack there with Maguire. Up against Johnston, Rawlings. The ball's thrown in. Searle and Fellows once again. No, again, not a clear tap. Bryan for Boat Harbour. Tackled. Could have been a high tackle. Matthew Bryan by the looks of it. The umpire's called it back. Free kick to Matthew Bryan. He's been a good player, Bob. I'd say he's probably their best player today. He and Darren Rawlings. Probably Bryan would be my best player for them. He's really given them something solid down in that back line to rely on. Kicks it across to Chris Cullen. Cullen can't hold the mark. He gets the ball. Not going to ping him for that. He just tried to grab the ball. There's no free kick as the ball is held to him. So Big Cullen goes back into the back line. Bob, you're going to say something?
Yeah, the idea was all right to bring it across to this side of the ground, but not on their forward area.
Well, they've got to attack up in that Boat Harbour. They've got to get it off that side of the ground.
They should really be moving it down the centre at the moment.
I think they're trying. No doubt their coach would tell them to play this side of the ground. We see Kim Zarali struggling to pick up the ball. He was driven into the ground. No doubt a free kick there. The game's been well umpired today by 2 central umpires from the... Three central umpires. Thank you for that from the NTFL, Bob.
Yeah, they're doing a good job.
And they're doing a great job, and they're letting the game go, but yet they're pulling up the ones that need to be pulled up. So all credit to the umpires. Kim Trali, handball's off. Norm Cowans, another long bomb. Huge kick. That has to be a goal of the season, I suppose. That is an enormous kick. That would be 70 metres. A 70-metre goal. He just got onto a long bomb there, and probably the best kick in the competition. He just sunk a long drop punt.
So the Boat Harbour boys are getting a bit frustrated.
Boys are remonstrating down there, but really they're not going to do any good there by remonstrating, because that was just a great kick, and they really need to focus to have any chance at all now from now on. As umpires, they're going to ignore it. They're going to throw the ball up in the middle. Darren Rawlings gets the tap. They need him in the ruck firing. Ollington kicked it to the wrong side of the ground. Ollington gets his own kick. Good play, Ollington, but really it's on the negative side of the ground. Who's this player? Sam Armstrong kicks the ball. They really need a Gavin Field down there, but they're really outnumbered. Maybe, just maybe, there could be a goal here. No, he hits the post. So Dwayne Johnson hits the post. They really needed a lifter there, and that was hitting the post. So bad luck Dwayne Johnson, bad luck Boat Harbour. Ball's kicked in by Norm Cowans. This is Ollington this time. He kicks for goal. Still no start. They don't have much luck down there, but they are playing the wrong side of the ground, Bob.
They are playing the wrong side of the ground, but at least they're attacking. And, if they can keep the ball, keep it trapped in the attacking area, things could change.
Norm Cowans once again. The kicker of probably the goal of the day, the last goal for Brooklyn. He kicks it along. Look at that for a kick. Right out near the wing. Beautiful kick. Boat Harbour, get the ball. They can't get the ball. Richardson handballs it under pressure for the Tigers. And this player for Boat Harbour, he eventually gets onto his left foot, wearing the old Boat Harbour Blues jumper, which Bob knows all too well. He gets down there to centre half forward. Troy Sheehan, number 31, bumped off the play. A bit of pressure for the Brooklyn backline for that, the first time in their match. And look, there's a real shift in, you can see the pressure returning to the onto the Brooklyn players. This game was always going to be fiery one, we're starting to see it. It looks like it's been reversed. Looks like it's been reversed, so an untidy, ugly bit of play there. And so that's just unfortunate because Boat Harbour could have had a shot for goal, Bob. And we see Dwayne Johnson, James Watson. Dwayne Johnson called, he's pulled off the ground, and not a very happy little chap. So 50-metre penalty, and who's the recipient?
Mark Cowans.
Mark Cowans. 2 50-metre penalties. Well, they had their chance at Boat Harbour, and this has all but sealed the game, I think, Bob.
Yep, it has. Undisciplined play, and Gavin's really should be in control of this.
Well, the umpires have done the right thing. They've given the maximum penalty. I'm not sure 3 50-metre penalties. There's Norman Cowans kicks his 3rd goal of the day. I believe it's his 3rd goal. And he's playing at full back, so that's a bit of a first, isn't it?
It is.
So, fellows against Rawlings. Normie Cowans in everything down the back line this quarter. Kicked 2 great goals in this quarter from full back. Has taken a long time, just got boot to ball. Great tackle there by Wack Walker. But he did get boot to ball. Walker wasn't happy, he told the umpire so much, but Boat Harbour take the mark on the back line. Kicks it out wide there, but really... Where's the ball? Okay, that's the first goal for Boat Harbour since quarter time, but they're way behind the scoreboard. They're now 3. It's 3:10:22 Boat Harbour. Good on, Bill. 3:10:28, I should say. 3:10:28. Trial booking 10:8:68, and we apologise for that minor technical difficulty. So we turn now to the last quarter of this match, and really a bit of undisciplined play by Boat Harbour's cost in this last quarter. Even though they were 28 points down, really They'll probably put pay to any chance they had by some undisciplined play. As the ball's not clear by Boat Harbour, can they rally for the last time this quarter? Can they really just finish off the game for their coach Gavin Field? As they get the ball from the centre line, kick it long, Norm Cowans, no it's not, it's looks like Fairburn down there, number 36. Great mark there as he slows the play right down. Mark good calls to the ball. For the Brooklyn guy, kicks the ball on. Touch, the ball's touched behind play. No clear touch on it and no clear mark on it. The ball's taken out of bounds by Gavin Townsend. So the ball's thrown in. Players trying to go to the ball, but umpire's called throw up as Adrian Hall and his Brooklyn counterpart there trying to get the ball clear. Elliot Rogers up against Big Searle for Boat Harbour. Tim Gibbs kicks the ball long, right into the true centre-half forward position. Mark Pearce, hasn't been in the play today, Mark, but he gets the ball down to the back pocket position. Hoping for a teammate, he does. Russell Elphinstone clears the ball out, wide out to the half-back line. And the umpire's blown his whistle. Free kick down there to the Sharks. Young Johns, the speedster. Kicks the ball long, hoping for a Rawlings mark. No mark, he tumbles over. David Eastley, number 38. Back pedals in, kicks the ball long. Looking for his teammate and he does. No play, but that could have been a mark or a free kick. But nevertheless, Boat Harbour get the ball now. Out there to Matthew Bryan, one of the better players on the day for the Sharks. He handballs, his teammate handballs back to him now. There's a good shepherding going on this time by Ron Hodgetts. Get the ball down there to Armstrong. Armstrong can't get him. Normie Cowans, star defender.
That was the best bit of play that they've done all day.
Probably the feature, the feature of the day for Boat Harbour, that bit of play.
Positive move there. Beautiful.
As the ball's thrown in there, can the Sharks snag a goal here for their supporters? Bit of a doubtful handball, but nevertheless the play's going on. Kim Turali taken high, no free kick. He's down hurt as well, holding, looks like the upper part of his body, maybe shoulder or head region. But it was hard to pick that up for the umpire in the middle of the pack. The umpire about to throw the ball up. Richardson hits the ball clear. Burma, no not Burma. Number 16 for Boat Harbour, kicks it. This could be an opportunity, but no mark. This Sam Armstrong, is it? Number 14 down there, can't pick up who the player is. Tackled by Brooklyn, well tackled as Maguire gets the ball out. And really, they've just got players everywhere. Mark Harris has got a paddock out there. But Darren Rawlings makes up good ground and puts the pressure on, and that means Johns for Boat Harbour has got an opportunity to clear it. Evades the tackle, bounces, takes one bounce, kicks long to centre half forward. But who's there? Kim Turali, marking free kick from centre half back. That was Wayne Johnson, the player, sent off early in the quarter. But unfortunately for Kim Turali, looks as though he's going off the blood rule. Well, possibly earlier that incident over near the boundary line might have been picked up from the blood rule from that situation, I think.
One of the better players on the ground today, Bevan.
Yes, I'd say Kim would be in the top 5 players on the ground today for sure, though, if not the best on the ground. So a warm applause for their champion on ball of Brooklyn. There's Normie Cowans about to take a kick, and we see the old campaigner Brian Cameron come back on the ground. This will be his 6th straight grand final participation as the ball's kicked down by his teammate Cowans, but a free kick given near the centre of the field. Looked like the Boat Harbour. You pick up that play, Bob? Look, might be young Piermont. Number 18. Don't know who that player is. It must be an addition or a player not numbered in the program. He kicks it long, but Mark Searle kicks the ball long. This could be an opportunity. Number 13, handballs off there to Ian Walker. And Ian Walker might have kicked over behind. Disappointing. He normally kicks those ones, and unfortunately he just missed that one narrowly on the left-hand side. He's having a bad day too, Bobby. The Brooklyn certainly deserved to win the flag today. They really outplayed Boat Harbour today. As Norm Cowans Another long torpedo bomb. Look at that. Reaches the centre of the ground before anyone touches it. And the Boat Harbour boys do touch the ball. That player, unknown player number 18, gets the ball out to Darren Rawlings. But Brooklyn Tiger kicks it down long. It's a free kick downfield. There's a free kick against young Bruce Stanley for the Tigers. He was tackled after he got rid of the ball. But the player will bring the ball, the umpire will bring the ball back because the umpire wanted to put the player on the mark. That's been Chris Cull. So Chris, you can see very animated talking to the umpire there. As the big Brooklyn ruckman on his left foot, kicks long to centre half forward. Down to his teammate, no mark, punch clear by the Boat Harbour defenders, and out of bounds for a throw-in. We're just playing our time now, Bob. Disappointing for the Sharks again. They've fallen short. What do you think, Mark? Where have they gone wrong, the Sharks?
Hard up the ball, Bevan, I don't think. They're more intent on the man and the ball, I think, today.
The ball's breaking free from a throw in there, punched out of bounds again by the Boat Harbour team.
They were harder than us. They've been harder all day. That's what it's all about.
Yes, I think we'd all agree on that one. They've been very hard at the footy today, Brooklyn. That's the hallmark of their game, really. They really are hard at the footy, and really teams have to match it, that area of their game to beat them in the premiership race.
It's simple as that. They wanted to win, and they showed it by their play.
So Andrew McLaren has really led the boys well this year, and he's going to celebrate another flag. And there it is, the final try. Brooklyn Tigers victorious again. Much deserved win, Bob.
Yes, much deserved win. Absolutely.
And we see the camera on the big flag there saying all the premierships, 1990, 91, and 95 through to 2000 now. So that's 6 straight premierships. So it makes 8 premierships in all for Brooklyn. And congratulations to them. On the day, the better side. Okay, on the day, the better side. And, well, better players today, I thought, for Brooklyn. I thought Mark Hubbard died out a little bit in that last quarter, but Kim Turali, definitely one of the better players on the ground. I thought Tim Gibbs, I thought Matthew Bryan for Boat Harbour played well. I thought Searle and Rawlings. Big Searle on the ruck was very good, I thought. Matthew Bryan, certainly their best player. Yeah. Certainly the red-headed speed stop halfback, certainly one of the best players, if not the best
Mark
player.
Cowans put in a good game today.
I thought Mark Cowans, probably nearly first on the ground, Mark Cowans. I thought some of the goals he kicked really crucial times. And yeah, so interesting when we come to the votes a bit later, but look, for Brooklyn once again, I think, as they celebrate each other, that's a 6th straight premiership. Elliot Rogers fairly quiet, Brian Cameron didn't get a lot of game time. Yeah, all in all, I think on ballers for Brooklyn, Bob. Pretty well on ballers for the best players. So, who are your best players, Doc?
Well, for Kim Turali, Timmy Gibbs, Mark Cowans played a good game. I just think they had more runners on the day, and it really showed up. Shutting the Armstrongs down early in the late in the day, they cut a lot of the avenues out to goal. That had an effect.
I think it did. Is that back on, Doc? Okay, we see the celebrations of the Tigers. The league's getting used to hearing this particular song, and the other teams are dreading that every year because Brooklyn have 6 straight premierships, and they're singing it out fairly loudly at the moment, and good luck to them because they really were the better side of the day. Can't take it away from them. Boat Harbour, sadly again, the minor premier, but Bob, no good finishing on top if you can't go on with the winner, does it?
Absolutely. And I guess the key to Boat Harbour, well, the problem is Boat Harbour is truly lack of discipline.
Especially in the second half.
They lost, really they lost.
Sometimes it happens in grand finals when one team looks as if they're not going to win. Yeah, when one team looks as if they're not going to win, it looks as if, you know, sometimes they resort to that. And sadly, there was a few players that did that. And you can't blame the whole team. It was 1 or 2 players that really lost the plot.
Just 1 or 2.
And I feel for Gavin Field. Gavin tried hard. And just sadly, just looking over there, very dejected, as you can imagine, Boat Harbour's crew, and especially Gavin Field. Really coached the team well. Really brought a good, I thought team spirit and good team football to good style of footy, I think, the Bart Harbour side. That's the best way of putting it. They really played a good brand of football, but unfortunately on the day, again, they caught short because they really couldn't step up to that pressure that's required, and that I think hardness of the football that Brooklyn seem to always display when it really matters. And really, what can you say? I mean, they're just a strong club in this league, and it's going to take a good club to knock them off next year or the year after. So, and they look as if they'll be strong next year. I don't think they'll be losing.
When I was involved with Tigers, as many of you know, I used to walk around saying, I love you guys. That still doesn't stop. And you also know that it doesn't matter whether it's a guy writing the team sheet down or whether it's a man kicking the goal. You are a team and a championship team. I'd like to include Mr. Lionel coaching that.
Coming up. Just to play with these fellas every week. Yeah, fantastic. Just love it. Going to come back and do it all again next year. That's all we can say.
So guys, with this club, what's so special about this club? Why have you won 6 flags?
Mates, all mates. Everyone around here can point out 4 or 5 fellas we went to school with, that we grew up with. We're all here because of each other, and that's it. We don't go getting fellas in to play football and stuff like that. They don't even play in turn up at grand final day. We're all here, we're all mates, and that's what it's all about, week after week. That's I've said enough, Nathan.
Well, speaking English, I'm very happy to be here. Somebody else Sorry. Hang on, sorry. Congratulations, sorry. What more can I say?
reasons why. I reckon this is the best one because they tried to get all their players in this year to beat us, and on the day we still all gathered together and played like a team. We didn't do it too many times this year, but we always try to. And I reckon this is brilliant, and this is what the club's all about. This is why I bust my guts each week, and this is brilliant. This is what it's about. Yeah!
Tim, how does this rate play with Bernie Dockers or other?
Well, it's a sensation. It's a premiership.
Premiership doesn't matter where you play. Tim's best and fairest, by the way, for the league this year, so he's had a great season.
Bruce Stanley, first one to read on the like, mate. Excellent. Who else we got? Everyone think of the weekend? We're running short of battery time, sir. Hello, Red Brooker, number 2 for you. What's it like, mate? Second one.
I'd like to pick up. I'm 43 years old, and I'd like to pick up the next few years. What he'll take it.
Took me a year playing Premiership, you played Harbour, 89 was it? Or?
2 years. 2 years.
Second time, first time in 97. Glad to be back there. Obi, come here, Rob.
There's not a party mate up to, mate. I thought you were going
Obi, Robert O'Brien, second time round.
Yeah, I thought you was.
Second time, mate, what's it like?
First psychology.
Nigel said in first year of football team, what you're a boy. 24 hours of sleep, night shift, playing for this worth every bit. Can't take it. I do. Full ride, 3 years in a row, what's it like, mate?
Bloody fantastic. Been worried about this one all night. I'm glad to get out of the way. Tigers have done it again.
There it is. Mark Gowler, discussing it. 3 years in a row, Norm, what's it like, mate? It's a really good feeling. A lot of people go through football and any sort of sport, never win a grand final, never even get into one. So I think I'm pretty lucky to walk into the right club. It's a good club. That's the difference between us and Great Harbour. We play as a team. John D, good on. Good on as well. No worries. All boys. You're right, you're on. Yeah, she's okay, to Mark Good and Philip John. Never ever played footy together, best of mates for years and years. What's it like for hang on to it? That's good. That's why I like this part. We'll be celebrating tonight. Thanks to Andrew and the rest of the boys. Cheers, fellas. Rob Sanders played what 5-6 games here. Won a flag playing with Kibba, Noddy, Collins boys. Hang on to that. What do you reckon about it? Bloody brilliant. Playing with the team, I've got accepted straight away. You and all the boys, encouraged all the way. Really, really stuck. Thank you very much. When you're always put in the team. Actually got Nathan Minnick again.
My English has improved since I've had a shower. Congratulations to all the time, especially Macca. A great bunch of blokes. Loved it.
Derek, first year of footy, mate. What's it like?
I love it.
You've won it.
Excellent. I'd just like to thank Macca and all the guys for making me feel welcome. Thank you.
Barry Ingram in training, spent every night, long time serving at the club. What's his doing you?
6 years in a row. 6 years in a row. It's made me feel, I don't know. I've been involved in a lot of football clubs. It's fantastic. Fantastic.
Got Brian Cameron, what's that, flag number 8, Brian?
Me about the minivan.
Eight plays, Brian. Two of the plays, one that mean you can't count them.
1991 did last 6.
Last 6. Correct as you.
Not only the
stalwart, mate, but also the president of the club. Fantastic effort, Brian.
No, there's no premiership, I don't think. They're all different, but I don't think there's any less satisfying. It's always good, I think, probably when you're an underdog, so it's always good to get a win you get with an underdog. So yeah, I'm really, really wrapped.
That's okay. Elliot, what's that, 97, 98, 99, 2000? Four, mate. You're in the four club. What's it like, mate? England?
It feels absolutely fantastic. And I'd like to say that for a player that has trained the most at the club,
Tried the house down
for a player that's turned up to train the most, I deserve this.
You're taking over the bench,
Training session, 6 premiership.
Actually, just trying to cover this young David. Come on, Dave, up here, mate. David Ousley is there in 98, played full back, almost best in the ground that day. Back line again last year, forward line this year. What's it like?
It's actually good, actually think going grand final. It's the first time ever, actually for the first. But the best thing about it all is that team commitment. It's basically what it's all about. When things go wrong, this team there, go right through it. That's why we won the game. You're proud of it, actually very proud of it.
You got them all, Maggie. Got them all. The young fella, they don't want to come over.
2 years, mate, taking the stats and all that sort of stuff. What about it, mate?
Oh, pretty good this is, isn't it? We've been involved actually for 3 years, and it's now 3 flags won, so pretty good effort. Macca's a great coach too.
Get in there, mate.
Oh, mate, don't be shy.
We've got Steve Ingram, one of the boys on the rookie list, mate. You played most games this year, mate. Hang on to that, mate. You're a part of this. What do you reckon about it?
pretty good.
You've run the water, mate. You've been there. You've done it. Thanks, Steve. Together, mate.
Just get putting on the points.
You're right this morning, Ben.
Yeah, we
Sit against Bob.
I just find